What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy El Lobo. We are in the car, so this makes this a car vlog. I am YouTube's #1 hype man, so you already know here we talk laughs, positivity, and also wisdom. So today's episode is going to be a little bit more about wisdom. As you saw in the beginning of the video, we had a montage clips of street racing and takeovers. Okay, I don't know if you guys have seen these takeovers gone wrong. I don't know if you've seen street racing gone wrong, but I am very passionate about this topic because I'm a car enthusiast myself. I drive a 2018 Hellcat wide body, okay? Now this vehicle has a lot of power, 707 horsepower, okay? These vehicles, any vehicle that you have needs to be respected, okay? Any vehicle of high horsepower needs to be respected. Yes, I said it twice because I wanted to really sink in, okay? And my condolences to the friends and family of the following influencers, YouTubers that have recently passed away, okay? We have 919 Nick, okay? We have Cold R6, who was a female motorcycle enthusiast. We have Slowhawk, who drove a Trackhawk Hellcat, okay? Or a Trackhawk with a Hellcat engine, which comes standard. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. But lastly, there was one stock F30, okay? One stock F30. These young men and women had their whole lives ahead of them, okay? They had their whole lives ahead of them. And at the top of the year, I'm gonna roll this clip again so you guys can see the aftermath of what goes wrong. This is a clip of the white Chrysler 300 that crashed earlier this year. It was doing donuts in a takeover. It was also street racing in the middle of January. Ice everywhere. This was a Hellcat swapped Chrysler 300, mind you, with way more power. And behind the wheel of this Chrysler 300 was a 23-year-old male, and he had 2 passengers. If I'm not mistaken, 3 passengers. 2 of those passengers were a 15 and 16-year-old females in the back of that car who became unalived. I'm gonna roll the clip again because I want this to prevent anybody else from doing something reckless with their vehicles. I want this video and this clip not just for views. This is not about views. I don't care if 2 people watch this video. I want to roll this clip to stop those from doing something reckless with their vehicle. This is the clip of the Hellcat 300.
Crash was actually stolen. So now that driver, the 23-year-old Enrique Lopez, is being charged with criminal possession of stolen property along with 6 other serious charges, including manslaughter. Now, as we've been following this all happened Sunday morning after 3 a.m. A white Chrysler believed to be driven by Lopez crashed into an oil truck on the corner of Bryant Avenue and Veal Avenue here in the Bronx. That crash claimed the lives of 15-year-old Sabrina Villagomez from...
Welcome back, guys. You just saw the clip of the Hellcat 300, not the Hellcat 300, the Chrysler 300 that had the accident. Those individuals became unalived and the driver survived, okay? So even if you make it out alive, even if, you know, as the kids call it, even if you mac, right? So mac is the slang word for crashing. Even if you crash and you survive, the people with you can become unalived, okay? The people with you can become unalived. What does that mean? That means many things. Legal consequences for the rest of your life. You could be charged with manslaughter. You will be put on trial, and the rest of your life can be thrown away for 30 seconds of fun. 30 seconds of thrill can equate to 60 years, 70 years, the rest of your life behind bars. If you could have a crystal ball and look in that crystal ball and say, you know what? Maybe this 30 seconds isn't worth it. I would say so as well, okay? So this video is for anybody that has a car enthusiast in their family, a non-car enthusiast in their family, just driving safety overall and in general, okay? So not only is there legal consequences, your family will go through financial consequences, okay? We're talking about the legal consequences. We're talking about the financial consequences, okay? Now, I feel like this is glossed over a lot when it comes to street racing and these takeovers is the emotional consequences. The emotional consequences that come with the aftermath of this. All of these people knew the risk that was involved. They knew the risk that was involved, okay? But you always have to move with these vehicles with respect. You have to respect your car, respect your life, respect your family, respect everything around you, because in the blink of an eye, things can change. Let's go to a clip of Slowhawk. His vehicle was pushing 1,000 horsepower. 1,000 horsepower. This is more horsepower than you could ever need in a lifetime, okay? So this gentleman, Slowhawk, had a 1,000 horsepower Trackhawk, okay? This gentleman crashed and became unalived. I know that there are people out there that already know about these incidents, okay? Like, we've heard this before, but I'm gonna keep spreading the word, spreading awareness so we can stop this. We can stop this. I'm gonna roll the clip of Slowhawk and the aftermath, okay? Check this out. What's up, guys? As you can see, in the aftermath, Slowhawk was going a high rate of speed, okay? He was going a high rate of speed, and his vehicle was split in two, like tin foil, okay? After a certain point, there is no seat belt, there is no airbag, there is no seat bolster, there is no cage, there is nothing that can keep you from becoming unalived and moving at a high rate of speed. We have to respect our vehicles. We have to respect our vehicles. It is so sad to see, even on motorcycles. Cold R6 was a female motorcycle influencer who lost her life on a motorcycle. This is becoming out of hand. It's becoming out of hand. It is almost like the Frankenstein analogy. It's the Jurassic Park analogy. Just because you can do something doesn't mean that you should. Doesn't mean that because your car can go, has 14 or 1,000 horsepower, whatever it is, doesn't mean that you should be going at these high rates of speed. Because what happens in these, analogies of art imitating life, in the movie Frankenstein, in the Jurassic Park movie, all of these creations, the creations will always take out the creator. Okay? This may fly over some people's heads, but realistically, does it mean that just because I can create something, does it mean I should be doing it? Going at this high rate of speed. My car has 1,400 horsepower, so therefore I'm going to, let me slow down just a little bit so I can let this person through. Does it mean that I should be speeding? Okay? Just let that sink in. Just because your car can do something. I have 707 horsepower, and you're never catching me going above 80 or 70 merging onto the highway. That's good for me. That is good for me, okay? Don't mind me, I'm just parking. That is good for me. So realize, okay, that just because you can do something doesn't mean that you should, okay? Let us practice staying alive. Let us practice staying focused behind the wheel, and let us focus on what's really important, okay? And what's important, staying alive, hugging your loved ones, hugging your friends once more, okay? I'm gonna roll the clip of one stock F30 to continue to drive the point, because I think what is happening is that recklessness is being promoted, okay? Recklessness is being promoted, and I want to get the word out there because I am just, again, so passionate about this. I want to get the word out. So let's roll the clip of one stock F30. His car was pushing 1,400 horsepower. Let's roll the clip so you guys can take a look. As you can see, that car was split into two, okay? This young man was pushed out of the vehicle at the high rate of speed that he was going, okay? He was pronounced unalive at the scene, okay? Just because you can do something does not mean you should, okay? Please use the analogy of wisdom. Just because you can create something, just because you can afford to do it, just because I can have and afford this Hellcat does not mean I have the right to endanger other people. I have the right to endanger myself, okay? The creation can sometimes take out the creator, okay? Use this as wisdom. Use this as a tale that nobody is invincible. And we must be thankful for every single day that we have. Because I want to stop the loss of life. I want to stop the recklessness in the takeovers. Because when I was young, we had car meets. This was probably, this was in 2010. 2010. The cars would be all parked up. You would just be in the parking lot. It would be a Taco Bell parking lot, whatever it is. You know, there was a gyro spot. You know, it would be called the gyro meet. You know what I'm saying? The gyro car meet. And all we would do is park the cars and respect the build. Everybody knows the car is fast. We would walk around and just take a look. Man, that's a cool car. Yo, that's an amazing car. Import or muscle. We would go around and be like, that's an amazing car. What'd you do to it? And if they didn't focus on the engine, it was the customizations in the vehicle. What did you do in the customizations? The care for the minute. Not everything has to be loud and fast. Okay, my people? Not everything has to be loud and fast. And back then in 2010, if there was someone doing a one-wheel peel out, they got removed. They were like, let's get this guy out of here because we're not trying to get into any kind of trouble. We're not trying to have the police come up and then shut the whole car meet down. It has transformed, I would say, after COVID, these takeovers and drifting and intense street racing. Because when I grew up in the 90s, okay, cars that had 300 horsepower, boy, you were on top of the world. Everything is relative, okay? If you had and in the 80s, if you had 200 horsepower, that was respectable, okay? I remember having a 2010 RT, and one of my uncles that I will never forget him because he has transitioned and passed on, he said, hey, man, be careful because this car is fast. This was the 2010 RT, and I never forgot those words. I never forgot those words. Okay? This car at the time was pushing 375 horsepower stock. And I even know in today's standards, that's slow, super slow. I still in my mind let that resonate with me. Any car that I got afterwards. I got a Hellcat afterwards, and that still stuck with me. Hey, that car is fast. Hey, that car is fast. Take it easy. Okay? When you take it easy, you live. You live to see another day. Okay, my people? So if you can take anything from this video, please slow it down. No need for the takeovers. Respect the build. And know that you can be a car enthusiast, but be a healthy car enthusiast, not at the risk of someone else's life. I wanted to thank you guys for watching this video, taking the time out. Please subscribe. Please hit that notification bell. Please comment down below. And I will reach back to each and every one of those comments. And we can get a positive conversation about street racing and takeovers going. All right? If you made it to this part in the video, please put a W. Please put prayer hands down below. And guess what? It's your boy El Lobo. And thank you guys for watching. Take care, and I'm going to see you in the next one.